Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Kristi. I'm an Ivy League educated PA who teaches you why law of assumption is actually rooted in neuroscience, and that practicing conscious manifestation is simply deliberately using your brain's natural functions to your advantage. Let's take the woo-woo out of manifesting, shall we? So last video I posted was the skincare part of this get ready with me. I'm going out with my friend tonight. We're gonna do apps and live music at a local bar, and I'm very excited. I am not interested in attracting a man tonight, so the makeup that I'm gonna do is very low key. I just wanna look nice for myself, but I do not want to necessarily attract attention from a man. I got enough of that right now. Like, I don't need more. So I've got my skincare, that is gonna be my base. I am gonna put on this Wet n Wild eyeshadow primer. I was looking online for an eyeshadow primer. This is the Mega Last eyeshadow primer, and it was well reviewed on the Amazon, and I didn't want to pay a lot for an eyeshadow primer, and I have to say I'm liking this quite a bit. I just put a little bit on my finger, probably more than I usually do, less than that, but that's what we're doing today because that's what came out of the bottle. And then I just tap, 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 and put it on my eyelids. I do that first so that it gets a little tacky. Oh, hey, Pookie. Just got a text message from Pookie. What's up, Pookie? All right, okay. So while that is doing its thing, I'm gonna put my brows on. Oh, I actually grabbed the wrong brow pen. So this is the Thrive Causemetics Infinity Waterproof Eyebrow Liner in the shade Audrey. So today's manifesting topic, I'm just gonna generally explain to you why law of assumption is actually neuroscience. One of the very early practitioners and teachers of the law is Joseph Murphy, and he was a pharmacist. He had a background in medicine and pharmacology, and my guess is that it resonated with him on some level because it's very scientifically bent, which is so crazy to me that I know that now, because when I first learned about manifestation, it was through the lens of fucking law of attraction. Ooh, don't get me started on law of attraction. And that is the most spiritual, woo-woo, nonsensical, confusing, non-based in anything other than what somebody decides to make up that day way to manifest. Law of assumption, on the other hand, is exactly how the brain works. So the law of assumption is, as taught by Neville Goddard, basically your imagination creates your reality. What you assume, and that's assume to be true, and assume as in embody. You assume the character, you assume the traits of. So what you assume to be true and what you assume in your person, as your person, into your beliefs, becomes your reality. The reason that that resonates so well with me as an Ivy League educated PA is because of a couple of different parts of the brain. And I'm always trying to learn more. And as I learn more, if there are other parts of the brain that I think actively participate in manifesting, then I will share them with you. But right now, there are three main parts of the brain that make up the law of assumption. These brows look really harsh without any context, but that's okay. The first part is the prefrontal cortex. That's located roughly in the front, hence prefrontal, the front of your brain. I'm using the Adriana Nicole Cosmetics eyeshadows. This is the shade Ambitious, which is a really nice bronze. I always apply these with my finger, and that works great with the eyeshadow primer. Then I just blend it, and I usually only use like one or two colors. I don't do a whole bunch of fancy base underneath it because I feel like when it blends out, it does a lot of that for you. I love these eyeshadows so much. The other one that I'm using tonight is the shade Goddess, which is a beautiful gold. So nice. I'm using that on the inner corner and blending it about to the middle. I will wipe that away. All right, now that I've got eyes done, we're gonna do the face. And I learned this technique from a makeup artist on TikTok, and I don't remember her name right now, but I really liked the way that this achieved a look, and it's very minimal, so that's what I'm gonna do. Oh shit, I need a brush. Since I had to go get a brush for this, I went ahead and got the other Adriana Nicole eyeshadow that I have, which is the Ethereal shade, which is her most popular shade. It is so pretty, I'm obsessed with it, but I'm not gonna wear it tonight. So you take a concealer, which I'm using the Lancome concealer, all over concealer, the taint. Like, I didn't even want to try to pronounce it because I knew I'd pronounce it wrong. I don't know how to pronounce French, but it's this one. In the shade, what shade do I have? It looks literally blank on the bottom. Like, I don't see a shade indicator on the bottom. I have no idea what shade this is. Oh wait, 90. It's shade 90. I found it. Anyhow, so you put concealer on the back of your hand, then you take your concealer brush. I do not have a fancy concealer brush. This is like e.l.f. and like it comes apart. So we're big ball in here. And then you prime the brush with it. So you put it all over the brush like that. And then you go in and you tap, tap, tap where you have redness or whatever it is that you want to conceal on your skin. And I've obviously never used, oh no, wait, you would only know that if you watched the last video. So I used a new moisturizer, the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Cream. I've never used it before, so I've obviously never put makeup over it before either. So we will both learn together. My issue with redness, I had shingles a few years ago and it was like all down my face and my neck. And so I still have some residual redness from that, but oh my God, did it heal well. And then she takes care of some redness here, and I'll put a little bit underneath my eyes and then just kind of like use whatever's left on the brush around different spots on your face. And so it's basically just there to even out color. And yeah, that's it. So that's the only stuff I'm gonna put on my face. I'm not using foundation. I've really enjoyed using this technique. So the second part of the brain, we went off on a tangent there, squirrel. The second part of the brain that is involved with manifesting is the default mode network. I have videos on this, you can go watch them. The default mode network is a part of your brain that is basically acting like a Spotify playlist of thoughts. So the random intrusive thoughts, the random daydreams, like all of the thoughts that you get that you're like, where did that come from? Or that send you spiraling, come from the default mode network. Like if you are just not doing much and then you start thinking and the thoughts are not what you want, they were given to you by the default mode network. This is the NARS Afterglow Liquid Blush in the shade Orgasm. I love the shade Orgasm. I know it was like a cult favorite for so long and probably played out, but I think it looks so nice with my complexion and just about every outfit that I wear. I also like the ski blush look. I think it's cute and natural, and it already is sort of like what my complexion normally does. So that is it. Oh, and I need to do mascara. The default mode network is a real bitch when you first start manifesting, especially if you were going through some difficult things in your life, or if you've had like a lifetime of really yucky beliefs. This is the Cherry Blossom Cake shade of the Huda Beauty Baby Bake Loose Baking and Setting Powder. I use it under my under eyes to neutralize the blue. It is a very pink powder, but it color corrects nicely. Like you could probably see, like it's nothing super dramatic. It's like just enough. I love it. Perfect. And once you learn how to manipulate your default mode network, the intrusive thoughts will become kinder and kinder and kinder and less intrusive and less bothersome, but you will never get rid of the random thoughts that come. You will probably just stop calling them intrusive because they're going to feel pleasant and they're going to feel kind and supportive, because your default mode network gets its information of what it thinks that you want to hear from the reticular activating system, which is the third part of the brain that is involved in conscious manifestation. The reticular activating system is a part of your brain that lives in the brainstem, and it serves as the seat of consciousness in your brain. And I don't mean consciousness like woo-woo spiritual. I mean literally, are you consciously awake in your 3D reality, or are you unconscious passed out? That is the reticular activating system. If that goes offline, there is no consciousness. It acts as a filter. This is the Thrive Causemetics Liquid Lash Extensions Tubing Mascara. I don't wear mascara, like I haven't worn mascara in a long time because I typically put on lashes, but I have a date tomorrow for brunch, so I'm just gonna wait until tomorrow to put on lashes because I have to take all this off tonight. Anyways, the reticular activating system allows you to see your reality, and it interprets your reality for you according to your belief system. It also interprets your reality and allows you to see aspects of your reality according to what is important to you. So if you're buying a new car that's important to you, you start to see that car make and model everywhere. That's your reticular activating system at work. It is finding, actually that's not even true. It's not finding anything for you. It is taking in the whole of the 3D reality that is possible out here, and it is filtering everything that you can see. So you can't see everything in your reality. Your brain has to conserve energy. And so the filter, the reticular activating system, is there so that your brain can be efficient. The default mode network is there so that your brain can give you something to do while it takes care of all of its like breathing and life tasks. Essentially, like I am watering this down, okay? But this is generally how you can think of it. And so if you want to start seeing your reality differently, or if you want different things to show up in your reality, the reticular activating system will change the filter according to what's important to you and the beliefs that you are curating. So if you are persisting in new thoughts that you want to become new beliefs, then the reticular activating system will eventually catch on, and it will eventually start filtering your reality differently than it did according to the old beliefs. And that is why it seems like your reality is changing. It's really that you are actually able to see things that you could not see before. You literally were not being allowed to see them because of your stinky beliefs. You would miss opportunities because of stinky beliefs. You would miss cues, like social cues from the people that you're romantically interested in. The reticular activating system is so important to understand, because once you understand it, then you understand why you have to persist. And once you understand the parts of the brain in totality, these three parts together, you understand why persistence is necessary no matter what you see out in your 3D reality. I just got some mascara here. It makes me want to go. Comment if you know what I'm talking about. I also never put mascara on the bottom anymore, but here I go. I've been using a lash serum. I think my lashes are getting quite a bit longer. Also, did you know if you get mascara on your skin that it's easier to remove if you just let it dry and then it'll just flake away, versus like dealing with it when it's wet and it just smears and everything? Like, try it out next time if you didn't know this. Just let it dry where it is, and then once it's dry, flake it away. It's very easy. All right, last thing, we are gonna set this makeup. This is the Instant Makeup Fix Set and Refresh Spray by Thrive Causemetics. I don't know how I feel about this. I've used about half of it. It's fine, it's not my favorite. I forget that I have it and I forget to keep coming back to it. So it's not my favorite, but it's okay. So that is the makeup look. I will probably just use this like a glossy lip oil from my lip. I really don't want to do too much tonight. And then I'm gonna blow dry my hair and put a little dry shampoo in, because I don't know, it's not even that bad. Yeah, it's bad enough that we will do that. So anyways, that is the final makeup look. Those are the three parts of the brain that are why the law of assumption works and why the law of attraction is so much nonsense. Like, you do not have to detach from what you want because the reticular activating system works according to what is important to you. So if you detach from what you want, it thinks it's not important. Like, the fucking law of attraction is so baseless and it's so nonsense, and it is a total cash grab. Law of assumption is how you can consciously manifest the life of your dreams. And the three parts of the brain that are involved in it, I just explained to you. So thank you so much for watching. If you found this video helpful, and I know you did, please do interact with it so that YouTube will know that it's important, and it will send it to more people so we can take the woo-woo out of manifesting, so y'all can get your shit. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next one. Bye.